Hello. So tonight I'm going to put together something I never thought I'd really put together. Like I got some Age of Sigmar figures a good ways back, and they're really nice castings. They're really pretty, but I never thought I'd make it like an army. But then I saw that who is it? Hatchet. The people who do Combat Patrol. They had a whole bunch of the Stormbringer on sale. It's like those magazines with miniatures, and they're like $10 a pop, and like they had a 15% discount on it, and so I was like, all right, some of them looked really nice, and I decided to go and start, and so I got this guy because he just looks cool, which is, let's say, Tornus the Redeemed, and I don't know. I have this vague idea of maybe making like Stormcast Eternals fall into corn and making Tornus the irredeemable. But some of them are really pretty. And so that's my plan tonight. I'm going to put all these together. And somebody stopped in and gave me a thumbs up. That's cool. But so I have like 6 or 7 issues of those. And but I'm also considering kit bashing some. But we'll see. I'm going to start with this guy just because he looks pretty cool. I don't know. I feel like this guy should have been the Sanguinor. Like the wings, the sort of otherworldly aspect to him. He has no legs. So there's that. But maybe I'll give him some legs. But okay, I'm going to point you down to stuff, where the stuff is being done. And hopefully this will be it. Over there. Every now and then, the dog stops by and scratches at the door. Not tonight yet. I think she does. I suspect. Is that it? Is this it? That is a simple figure. This can't be it. No, that's it. Wow. I mean, those wings. See, I was thinking about doing this sort of sanguineous figure. I saw on the YouTube a guy did sanguineous after his death, like manifestation as the Sanguinor, as the manifestation of the Black Rage. Those wings could look pretty cool on it. But no. I'm not going to cannibalize a perfectly good figure. Yeah, that's it. Just that one sprue. It's amazing what they can do. Why doesn't he have legs? That's weird. Okay. Well, Tornus the Redeemed is... So it's 2 actual different characters. And Knight Zeros. What's the difference? Stats-wise... He shoots people. He has shootiness. And some stabby, while the other guy has mostly stabby. Interesting. Well, this should not take that long. Hopefully. Oh, wait, no, he has legs. They're just hidden under his gigantic dress. Okay. Get started. At least I don't really need to take my time cutting these out. I can just cut them all out at once. So I missed one. All right. Yes. Sword too? Oh, you can choose sword or spear. I don't know, I might do the sword just to be different. So that figure, the manifestation of the Black Rage, a guy did it with the Necron Nightbringer. It's a beautiful conversion that he did. And I am going to try that or something similar. I'm just looking around. I don't want to. He had like a cool panther shoulder pad to link him to Sanguinius, because Sanguinius wears the pelt on his back. And so I was thinking, I don't want to mess with my Lionel Johnson to get that shoulder pad. So I was trying to think of different things that I can work on to get something similar. And I realized some of these Stormcast Eternals have lion themes. So I'm keeping an eye out for shoulder pads and things. I thought maybe he didn't have legs because he was a spirit or something, but no. Here they are, legs. Oh, also, hello. I am putting together Tornus the Redeemed for tonight, and then going to do some more from Stormbringer magazine. Which I never thought I would make a Stormcast Eternals army. They're really beautiful, though. Like, even if I was never going to play, they'll be a lot of fun to paint. All right, this spear is cool looking. So I don't know, spear or sword. If I had my druthers, I'd say both. Like, you have two hands. Come on, man. Get the feet and do dual wield. All right, that's it. Cleaning. Today has been doing a lot of hobby stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Because I put together that Acastus night, and then I painted my last vampire, who his video is going up tomorrow, I think. I think I scheduled it for tomorrow. And then I told my wife she can do a video of all 12 of the vampires that I've got done. Like a Dirty Dozen video. She's very creative. I have no idea what she's going to do. Like she did the, oh gosh, the video that I have of like year 2 of painting. So it's kind of fun because she's taking an interest in it, which is rare for like spouses and girlfriends and whatnot. All right. I'm so glad this guy has legs. I thought he was going to just be a spirit or something. He just has a really long dress. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Scottish. All right. So if I get this guy done in a relatively easy or quick amount of time, I'll do something else. I'll grab a couple of figures from the Stormbringer magazines that I got. I think I have some guy on a. They don't use horses. What do they use? They use chickens or dragons. So he's on something. Lord Aquilar, I think. I'll say, hey, what's up, guys? It's always nice to have folks to talk to. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. I might listen to some music in a bit. Okay. See, these wings are so sweet. Even though they're down like this. I mean, really, if I could, this just makes me want to put them on something else. Like a Blood Angels character model. Speaking of which, I took one of the Age of Sigmar, the Relictor guys. He's going to be a chaplain because he has that cool hood. I don't know if you can see it. Let's say, no, can't see it. Hood and skull. Hey, Kira, what's up? I am just putting together some Age of Sigmar dudes. I'm very sorely tempted to do something with these wings. But no, I really should make the figure. I should keep him intact. Maybe I can get another one later, if I can find it for cheap. Very nice wings. What was you up to tonight? Doing any miniature stuff? We got another snowstorm here. So we have 5 more inches of snow. It's supposed to get down to -6 tonight. Fahrenheit. For, if there's any Euro people. I like snow, as long as I don't have to shovel it too much. It's nice. This is the biggest winter I've ever been. We recently moved to this house this year. And this is the most snow I've ever seen in my life. I grew up in Florida. And but it's beautiful. And I don't know, there's a sort of sense in the air with people where everybody's like, man versus nature. And so the entire town is like, ooh, look out for the snow. Everybody pulling together. It's kind of nice. All right, I'm going to use the armored head. Oh, is this a push fit model? Oh, I think it is. I think it's a push fit model. Save me some money on glue. Except I always end up gluing it anyway. No, there's some elements of push fit. All right, this head we're not using. I wonder if I can use a different head. I wonder if this head would look better. Sort of I forget which ones. I think it's from some guy with a bow. Let me see. What does it look like? I think he can't really put it in there because his gigantic hair kind of interferes with his gigantic collar. So we're going to have to go with the regular thing. So this goes here. So it can nimbly avoid that. Right. And then this. I think this is push fit. Still. Good glue it. I'm going to glue the head in too. Because I always hate when I'm painting something, and even if there's a little bit of a wiggle, it kind of freaks me out. Yeah, I'm reasonably sure this is push fit. It doesn't say in the thing. It doesn't say in the instructions that it's push fit, but when they start doing all sorts of different little plastic prongs in different locations, it is. And it wants me to use the spear. The spear looks cool, though. I mean, that is a gigantic spear. But so does the sword. But then again, I could then take this sword and use it on somebody else. But that might be fun. All right, it's okay. It's okay. We're going with the spear. Because it's gigantic. Yeah. All right. And now I need his legs. Right there. I think we'll plug it in right there. How long is this going to take? This is probably going to, I'm going to probably be done before the hour. All right, legs. I feel like maybe I should do this in sub-assemblies. Since, well, then again, it's not like I'm going to be able to see too much. It was like, unless I spend a lot of time looking up his skirt, which you never know. It'll be tempting every time I'm playing with him. Okay. There. Yeah, push fit. Hold it here. This is well done, though. Like well-engineered casting. I'm tempted to... sometimes the only way to get these to connect is to bite them. Like to get the connection fully. I'm not going to do that now because, it'd be mildly embarrassing. Excuse me. All right. So we've got his skirt on. Got the spear. Now his wings, his shoulder pads, his little flashlight. All right, wings. I don't know. Part of me wants to do them upside down. I mean, it could. Thing is, it doesn't look right. It would not look right. I could lop them off and rotate them. That would probably look like crap. Could hide it with some armor plates. Slap some armor plates on top. Oh, yeah, the wings are really nice, aren't they? They are beautiful. I really I want to make a Sanguinor figure with them or something. Or Blood Angel character model, because I'm a sucker for Blood Angel character models. All right. But no, I'm going to leave this figure intact. Stop encouraging me, Kiro. Because really, I should leave this intact. Did I screw this up? Did I screw this up already? Aha, okay. They have a little picture and say, no, this is where you're supposed to put the spear. You did not screw this up. And there it goes. Perfect. Perfect. This figure is so nice. Don't like the beard. Don't know. All right, shoulder pads. This goes on his middle piece over here. All right. Oh, that fit really nice. Seriously, that went in really well. I love when it makes a little click. while you're doing it. Okay. And now his lantern and his shoulder pad. And that's it. And this will be what? 20 minutes. Dude, this is like the fastest figure I've ever put together. Well, not counting like individual squad guys, like because there are orcs that are just 3 pieces. I need to trim this a little bit. Okay. A little bit more. Why is that not going on? I just get done praising it, and now it's being persnickety. Ah, there we go. I had the wrong angle. All right. And now the lantern. And then the sucker's done. It's crazy. Put him into the base. There we go. Glue this up real quick. And that's the guy. Let's see. Yeah, I should put the light up a little bit higher. I can see him? Nah. Okay. You know, Kiro, I was vaguely thinking of doing brass and red and then sort of pitching being like guys falling to corn maybe a little bit or something. Like decorate some guy with a skull throne and just kind of say, no, it's not really a skull throne. It's just, you know, a bench seat with a skull or 2. Okay, that guy's done. So I'm going to grab this, which is Vindictors. You get 5 Vindictors in the magazine. So, you know what? I like being a little bit lower. Probably. And these are, looks like spear and shield guys. And they look like push fit as well. They're probably from an earlier version of Sigmar, earlier edition. I just never, I missed them. Okay, I don't care. Okay, here. How to build. Yeah, I'm leaning towards brass and red, just for fun. All right, these guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 parts per dude. Here's a sprue, and sprue. So I'm looking for 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 21. These are all push fit. Okay. This is one of those. Here we go. 13, 14. What really kind of sold me on the Stormcast Eternals was some of their more recent builds. Like they have that Jonas Cryptborn, I think, which that is a really nice looking figure. Like he looks like either a Chaos Lord or some sort of undead lord, which kind of makes me want to like steal him for my like Vampire Counts army. But I don't know. He just looks really nice. Let's see, 16 helmet. What the? Is this a girl? Oh my god. Girl character. There, 16, 15. And now I need 19, 20, and 21. Which, here. The spears are kind of elaborate looking. I wish that the Stormcast Eternals didn't quite have like weren't locked into that whole lightning motif. It's kind of neat, but it's not as cool as like the Aguila. And even R 20. Right there, this is the first guy, all of his parts. Yeah. I clean him. Get rid of the mold lines, which there don't seem to be very many. That's one thing more modern castings from GW, they do a good job of usually putting the mold lines on locations where you're not going to see them when they're put together finally. So that's a nice thing. I wonder, is that supposed to be Sigmar on the shield? Oh, can you see that? I don't think you can see it very easily, but there's a face. Face on the shield. I don't know if you can see it, but it's supposed to be Sigmar. Should be Carl Franz. Were these from 3rd edition? Oh, for older. Honestly, I have to say I like the more modern models. I like just from the purity of the engineering, and they are more beautiful. I mean, they're really more detailed. Lots of good stuff going on with them. Some say they're over-engineered, overproduced. Like if you look at like Archaon, he's got lots of stuff going on in that figure, but I still think it's pretty cool. I like having lots of little things to paint on a figure. Although my wife, like I was gonna on the Prince Vordrai figure, I was gonna stack on all these undead themed things, like several graveyard gravestones, and a couple of skeletons, zombie corpse, and a hanging skeleton. And she was like, less is more. And if I'm left to my druthers, I'll be like, nope. But she's wise in that. I have to admit, the figure looks better that way. Do not like this guy's helmet. I wish you had more choices for helmets. Although I noticed that they do the Space Marine thing too, where a lot of officers don't wear helmets, which is not smart, but still. There we go. All right, first guy is clean. Now a symbol. And do we trust to the push fit? No, we do not. But I'm going to try this and then glue after the fact our try at least. Where does this? How does this go? That looks weird. Yeah, this looks very weird. And I break it. This does not seem to go together very well. That. There's a lot of room for interpretation. I missed a spot. And get the torso and put his head in there. Wow, these are persnickety for push fit. A little bit of glue. A little bit. And then this. That seems very weird. Oh no, it just goes right there. Of course they mess it up. There. There we go. All right, chest plate. Other satisfying click. And let's get the shield on. And I was just oriented. All right, so like that. It's not a bad figure. Oh, it's not fully together. Gonna have to bite him. There. We got it. How much time? Well, honestly, it depends on the model, dude. I mean, like that, the Tornus, the Redeem dude, he was 20 minutes. That's surprising. But on average, like a squad of 10 from like a box set, that's like between 2.5 to 3 hours usually for me. Also depending on like what I'm doing. But a character model is usually like at most an hour. Depending. Where does his... Okay. That's good. Weird, do they? Oh, there we go. Usually I was like about to say they give you little things to plug the holes with that you don't use. And usually they're skulls. This is not a skull. It's like a piece of dirt. Come on. Should do those first before plugging in the figure. Stay. I prefer to paint them, honestly. Like assembling is more, like brainless. Like I can just sit here and shoot the breeze. But if I'm painting, I usually have to focus on painting. I can't like chit chat. There you go. There's the first dude done. Not bad. So we'll see. Like, see how long these guys take me. All right, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 28. So let's see. This is not. Oh, here's 28. There's 23. I don't think all of his parts are on here. Get another little look, another skull. Yeah, shield's not bad. I wonder who that is on there. It probably is Sigmar. I mean, that would make sense. Let's see. I need legs. 22. Oh, he's like 90% already assembled with this one piece. So the year on this is saying it was made in 2021. So I guess it's 3rd edition Age of Sigmar figures. (22, 28, 23). And we need 24, 25, 26. So the spear is this. Here's the shield arm. What is this? Oh, hey, they have alternate heads. I hate them. They're like without helmets. Blah. Everybody should wear a helmet. Safety first. Okay. All right, that's that dude. I kind of don't even want to cut off these heads for helmets or for other figures. And here are the tactical rocks. I plug the holes. Okay, I'm going to cut off the heads. Put them in the bits box. There. Trash. All right, clean up this guy. We'll see. So it took 20 minutes for the first guy, and now it looks like it took 17 minutes for the first Vindictor. So an hour and 40 minutes for the squad of 5. We'll have to see. So I should be done, in 2 hours or 2 hours, 20 minutes of the stream. I mean, heck, I should probably have time to do another something or other. Another magazine. So I was figuring stream for maybe 3 hours or so. It's nice and relaxing. What did I do? I mutilated this thing. I must have missnipped. Techno rock. This one looks good. I shouldn't say this helmet looks good and just put it away. I don't know if you can see it though. It's one of the default See if I can put it on the light. It's one of the default helmets, but it's nice and clean. Good lines. So it doesn't look like how I imagined Sigmar. It's just a guy with a beard. It looks like Poseidon or Zeus, if you're thinking about it. Poseidon. Okay. I'll assemble the dude. First thing, his hat. Push fit. Is that right? That can't be right. Oh, no, yeah, that's right. He's looking sharply to the left. And then back. There. And then shield onto his arm. This looks like he's either bracing to thrust the spear or he's getting hit on the shield because it's couched real close. Clang. There we go. Very Greek looking. Okay. See, I learned my lesson. Put the tactical rock in first. And there you go. Except I screwed it up. There. Oh, that's an orc skull. Cool. Right. Some glue on his feeties. All right. That's dude number 2. Let's see. Ta-da. So we got 3 so far. All right. Next guy. Oh, he's got a shield. Cool. Or not a shield. Standard. They all have shields. Where did I do those tactical? Oh, okay. Did I lose one? Maybe. Oh. All right, so 40, 41, 48, 46, 47, 49. I'm going to use a different head because you. Yeah, the pose of that one, this guy, I definitely like it, but it looks like, it feels like if you're going to have this pose, you should have like 5 guys exactly almost, trying to hold formation for it. That's one thing I kind of don't like about some of the Age of Sigmar stuff is all of them are skirmishers, as opposed to fighting in world, old world fashion. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to use 41. That's going into the bits box. 42 here. Helmet. Very important. 48 is his back. Okay. And standard. I have to say I'm not impressed by the standard. It's just a lightning bolt and like a grid pattern. Let's see. See it under the light. A little bit of a pattern. It's hard to see with the gray and the fact that my light is like right here. Oh wait, on the other side there's Sigmar, or Zeus, or Poseidon. But I don't know, I'm spoiled. Like I got the Blood Knights, and their banner is like 30 feet long and beautiful. It's this giant mural. I know. It's just a different aesthetic. I should not judge it too harshly. Shield 49, which is this one. Well, have you seen the Lumineth Realm Lords? Or they actually have pikes, and they all kind of fit together decently. So if you put them all like right next to each other, they sort of create the whole effect. But still, okay, I think that's it. That guy is only 1, 2, 3, 6 pieces. Getting close to orcs. Oh, that sounds a piece of plastic floating in the middle. I guess to give it some strength. See, I remember when I first started playing Warhammer, you had to make your own standards out of, paper. And there was like entire issues of White Dwarf devoted, well, not entire issues, but a lot of space in White Dwarf devoted to making your own banners and how to print out a banner and then, paint it or use a marker or colored pencil to get the effect you want. Back in 2nd edition Warhammer 40K. I think that was 4th edition Warhammer Fantasy. Back in the 90s. So I admit I kind of like the plastic standards that they give you now. It's like this is the dude who I made into the Blood Angel. He has this standard. That's really nice. Spooky. It reminds me of the Blade Guard veteran, Ancient, in the standard that he has with this, basically carrying a corpse on a stick. But hey, it's effective, I guess. Hey, Smooth Jazz. How are you? I'm building these Age of Sigmar guys. And Kira's been kind enough to talk to me. But this is actually going pretty quick. I mean, I'm on my 4th figure, and it's only 40-some minutes into it. And I'm doing good. How are you? It's snowing even more. We got 6 more inches of snow. Or maybe 5, I don't remember. But it's pretty nice. Although it's supposed to get very cold tonight, down to -6 degrees. which I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that. But the house is pretty warm. Smooth Jazz is one of my biggest fans. Hangs out all the time. Very demanding though. Keeps asking questions and stuff. Like, what the heck? Okay. That guy's clean. All right, now for the standard bearer. So he needs his skull. That's really loose fitting, so it does need glue. Back. So I like the entire idea that the Stormcast Eternals were originally going to be, forces of order in essence, like the opposite of chaos. And like they'd have chaos, order gods and whatever. I thought that would be kind of an interesting concept. It would have been cool if they, turned that somewhat grim dark, because order is not always like nice. It can be pretty horrifying. There we go. Now his arm. There we go. And that was rock. You got to see where his foot goes first. Right there, I think. So rock goes in here. I lost one of my rocks. Don't know where it went. I'll have to do something like put my own rock in it when I paint them. Should be a while from now. All right. All right, so there's that guy. He has a standard. Let's see if I can get him under the light. It's supposed to be Sigmar, but it looks like Zeus or Poseidon to me. All right, so there. 4 guys done. 50 minutes. So these guys are going pretty quick. All right, the champion of a unit of Vindictors has a plumed helmet and a more elaborate shield, and they are known as Vindictor Primes. Interesting. So that would be this guy, because he has a fancy hat. He probably also has a tactical rock. What was the lesson we learned about? Oh, hey, channel. How's it going, man? I am putting together Stormcast Eternals. And putting together the sergeant for this squad, or Vindictor Prime. All right, 29, 30. I don't see his legs. Legs over here. Yeah, there's his legs. But how's your Saturday going? I hope you are well. Let's see. I need his chest ecological region, which is here. And his back, and then sword and shield. So let's see, 34. It's 34 over here. Yeah. I hate when they spread stuff across sprues. It confuses me. It fogs my mind. Okay. So I need 38, 35, 39. 35 is here. There. Okay, 38, 39. So they have more elaborate stabby bits. Oh, happy birthday, man. That's great. I hope you have a good time. Don't get too drunk. Celebrate. That's cool. How many brothers you got? Oh, this guy does have an elaborate shield. Let's see, where's it? 39. There. Dude, that's awesome, dude. I hope you have fun. And speaker. Okay, I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 7 parts on this guy. All right, gotta clean him now. These guys are going quick. I have to find something else to put together. I didn't know they were all push fit, but you know, still. But today has been a very hobby-focused day for me. Been doing lots of stuff for it. It's been kind of great. It's nice having energy for it. Even though it's snowing. Or, well, I think it's done snowing, but it's going to get very cold. Once we can scandalize Channel because he's in Florida. We can scandalize him and tell him it's going to be -6 degrees tonight. And they're like, what? What? Oh, there. Man, this guy's spear is pretty, I don't know if you can see it too well. Let's see. Focus better. Spear is pretty elaborate. Pretty cool. I don't think I got all that. No, his arm. No, I don't feel guilty, man. We're kind of like, enjoying this. Yeah, Channel's birthday. But we're enjoying the weather. It's cold, but I don't know. I've never really liked snow too much, but it's been pretty wonderful. And you get to wake up every morning and look outside and see like the animal tracks. See who visited you over the night. Okay. All right. This is the prime. So we need to get the front chest. Did I get that? No, it's right here. Okay. So legs go through here. I think that's right. Yeah, that's got to be right. See, I don't trust push fit. You still got to glue them. Still got to glue them. And then his big old face. Is that how he's looking? He's like looking. Yeah, he's looking to the side. And now backpack. These guys are like 1 or 2 pieces away from being Space Marines. I swear. Like you put a power pack on their backs and get them bigger shoes, Space Marines. We have only seen deer and raccoons and a beaver and I think not a badger, woodchuck. But we have bears, we have mooses. People make a big deal on Facebook whenever they spot something big, and we have lots of wildlife in the area. It's kind of great. But the only thing we've seen so far, the biggest, is a big family of deer. They like to jump through part of our yard, which like is apparently the highway for them. Okay. The thing is, we're like right on the border of conservation land. So we kind of like right across the street from our house, there's a spot where hunters just pull up, they drop off all their stuff, and they go into the woods and they go hunting. And it's kind of cool, you know, because back when the weather's better, sometimes when it's not, you hear gunfire every now and then, in a good way. Which way does this dude go? Cannot tell. Is it like that? Like that, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put the tactical rock here. They're gigantic. I mean, I've never actually I've seen one at a zoo. I've never seen one out wild, but we have moose crossing signs everywhere. And we like live in dread of vehicles, or while we're in our vehicle, of seeing giant things. We've had one scare once with a big buck, but that was it. That came out of nowhere, and we're like, whoa! We're like, that was a real thing. Right there, get your foot in there. There. All right, there's the Sergeant, or Vindictor Prime. Let's see if I can get it better. Man, I need like a better light over there, so let's see if I can get closer. Can you focus? Nope. Anyways, that dude. And then the last dude, which weird, has like lots of parts left over. That is strange. I lost one of my tactical rocks. That sucks. Okay, so 2. Right, so high as I go. 3. And 10, which again, helmet. And 1. I wonder what pieces are going to be left on here. Oh, there's like another Vindictor Prime helmet. That's pretty cool looking. That's the thing when you get like the magazines, like the Combat Patrol magazines and the Stormbringer magazines, they don't give you full instructions on like what you can make. They say just make this and this and this, and that's it. Wonder if I could use that. Ooh, that is nice. I want to see if this other head fits because it looks good. I mean, I might not be entirely Codex compliant if I have 2 guys with fancy hats. Because then they could be saying you're trying to trick your opponent into, which one is really your sergeant. They'd be right. I'd be totally trying to cheat. All right, 5 and 6. Hey, Channel, do you know if the guy on the shields of the Stormcast Eternals, if that is supposed to be Sigmar? You know what? I'm going to use this other shield. Because this other shield looks better. It looks nicer. All right. You do not? I'm curious because, like, say I know nothing about like Age of Sigmar lore. I know like little bits and pieces that I've gotten over the years in osmosis, and so I know Sigmar is a big deal because name on the box and everything. But like I don't know how if they have like specific murals of him or imagery, or if this guy is just is it Valten or whoever that dude is who was in the old world and saved it, sort of. I've been watching more of the videos. Oh, have you? See, I find some of the lore to be interesting. Like I like the kind of goofiness of the what are the undead that think they're heroic Bretonians, basically. And I think that's cool. I don't necessarily like the idea of the Stormcast Eternals because I feel like if you have an army where they're basically immortal, or you have that aspect, anything that lessens the sting of death sort of damages a narrative. So I always feel like if you take away the risks, the consequences, it kind of makes it harder to attach. At least for me, because I'm a jerk like that. But living in Age of Sigmar is much more high fantasy, and Warhammer: The Old World was very low fantasy. Even though it had lots of crazy stuff, the world itself was very ow. That guy just stabbed me. But the world itself is very low tech, low fantasy. Magic was not prevalent for the peasantry. Yeah, it's one of those things like, well, it's hard to attach to Age of Sigmar for me because one, the whole thing of that you're battling for souls, which is in essence is abstract. You're battling across different dimensions, which again, it's not as impactful as saying we're fighting for Marienburg. We have to make sure Marienburg doesn't fall. It's like we're fighting for dimension 4721 of the fire, sub-complex dimensions. It doesn't carry that. So, but they have beautiful figures. So that's kind of what draws me into it. They're pretty cute. All right. So this is going to be an hour and 10 minutes, and we've done 6 figures, which is like a record for me. Okay, this is crazy because his leg connects up to his underarm. That's so weird. And then his head. Hopefully his head goes in there. Oops, that's the wrong head. I'm using the cooler head. Get out of there. Nah, I probably shouldn't have done. But give me that. All right. Cooler head. Excellent. They're like, Phil, you cannot be the Vindictor Prime. We already have a Vindictor Prime. Like, I don't care. I want to wear my pretty hat. This goes. I should probably glue that too. I hate when stuff wiggles while I'm painting it. I have to bite this guy. I have to bite him. There. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, no, it did. His head is rebelling. Oh, thanks, Kira. That's awesome. I appreciate it, Ben. So that is Sigmar. So Sigmar has a beard. Good to know. If I ever need to identify who Sigmar is in a crowd, I know to look for a man with a beard who looks like Zeus or Poseidon. That's the thing. Excellent. Excellent news. This is a good pose. He is in mid-stabbing of somebody. Oh, I forgot to get the arm. Oh, I'm slacking. Slacking. There's the arm. Oh, I'm going to get, no, this is much better. Oh, actually. Okay, this arm has a lion on it, and there's a small percentage chance I might use it for a conversion, so I'm going to keep it and use the other arm. Because I might be doing that sanguineous thing. Sanguineous manifesting as the Black Rage thing. Because that is a cool thing. Okay. I know to clean. Need to clean that. So I've been having fun doing the doing the rock opera for Sanguinius. It's made me smile. Let's see. It's crazy what AI can do with music nowadays. Right, there we go. Nice. Okay. Much better shield. And it goes in nice. Okay, last. And I lost my tactical rock. I don't know where the other one. Oh, wait, there it is. Aha. There, I found it. All right, so how is this guy going here? Probably in there. Or, yeah, there. Okay, so tactical rock goes in here. I can get it to fit. There. Stick. All right. And let's glue their feet down. All right, there's that dude. Let's see. All right. So that is 6 dudes in an hour and 10 minutes. I mean, criminy. Oh, hey, Vanzig. Yeah, the wingman with the spear is awesome. The castings are nice. It's good to see you, Vanzig. It's been a little bit of time. Flying dudes swing. Yeah. I don't know. This figure, I mean, look at those wings. I wanted to do something with them. I was thinking like, oh, those would look good on like a Sanguinor or something. But no, I wasn't going to hack up this model. Okay, so there, we are done with that. That's not trash. All right, so we have some Vigilors, and we have the Xandar's Truth Seekers, which that looks cool. I think we're going to do those. But first, I got to cut out the extra pieces here real quick so I can throw out the sprues. We'll do those in, gosh, that's an hour and 20 minutes. Those figures go quick. Yeah, that one was a really good 3D print, man. You should. I only had problems with one part of it, but yeah, it was impressive. It was some Japanese guy did it, and he scanned all the different pieces and stuff, and it's very meticulous. And this is a nice spear. I should have used this one. Darn it. Oh. Okay, trash. I was looking at the stats for it, the Acastus Knight, and man, those two main guns are very good. They're very strong. Oh, hey, another lion shoulder pad. So if I'm going to do that sanguineous thing, I need lion pieces to kind of convey the pelt. So I'm sort of collecting them from these guys as I go through. There. All right, fits. Okay. Small screw. Looks like 4 guys. Oh, they come with their own little bases. I mean, like terrain bases. Oh, I guess they're for Warcry or something. Oh, his mat is moving. Okay, so there are 3 guys and a bird. I might steal that bird for my raptors, because that would be cool. But then I would not be able to field these guys. Darn it. I have plenty of like 3D printed birds. I really should not steal these guys. I don't need every single bird for the raptors. Let's see. Ally him into Mechanicum with the -10 knight name. Yeah. Well, don't the Mechanicum get some sort of like a? No, I want to say discount. They don't. They got rid of discounts. Do they get some sort of thing, or no? They have a special stratagem or something for the overlap, I believe. Wow, these guys are going to go quick too. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. No, 4. Yeah, 5 pieces for one guy. And these are push fit. Good to know. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 13. 13 is the base. I can get that one. That's easy to find. Oh, yeah. Well, can you? I thought they could only do like 1d3 wounds per turn or something. Where's the cloak? There. Cloak. Or do they have some sort of special thing for it? Nobody I know plays Mechanicus. That's like a. So imagine like if people actually played against them, they would be taken by surprise. I've watched some videos of people playing it, but that's it. These figures are very complex for only a few like pieces, but they have lots of detail on them. I don't know if you can see. Has lots of detail on the belt, and I guess you could call it focus better. A lot of tchotchkes. What would you say? Battlesmith are a fixed number of basic priests. Battlesmith 2, Archimagos is 4. General arms let you do 12. Oh, heal or remove that many statuses. Interesting. Oh, there. This is. 10. So is it true they don't let you use some of the Horus Heresy Mechanicum stuff with 40K? Not even like Legends or something? Because that seems kind of crummy. Because those are some nice figures. I really like the robots. And I'm a sucker for robots. That stinks, man. You'd imagine that they'd want to create, you know, a shared environment. Okay, got that. Got that. Got that. Got that. Oh, I need the lamp. There, the lamp, and that's it. I've always had a sort of dream of playing Epic 40K, but with 28mm figures, which is basically, what is it? Apocalypse. They have the order tokens and everything, but would need a very big room. Yeah, they're so nice looking though, man. Like that robot combat patrol that they have. I don't know. Is it called combat patrol? I think it's something different for Horus Heresy, isn't it? But they had that where it's like, one giant robot, several smaller robots, and several even smaller robots. And they all had this sort of motif aesthetic for them. It all looks pretty cool. But then I guess they cracked down on the automata much more so in the 40K era. Yeah, there you go. Automata robots are basically the entire army. I mean, are they that good though? Let's think. A lot of the other like the Mechanicus stuff, nothing really jumps out at me as like something like, oh, I have to paint that. The robots, maybe they're the closest thing for me. I like the Skitari, nah. The dude on stilts, nah. 8 sub factions. They look like they can take a good amount of damage. I haven't even looked at their stat line. And don't they have conversion beamers or something? Those seem nasty from their rules that I've seen. Because I was looking at knights, and one of the knights, or one of the newer knights, has a conversion beamer, I think. That guy with the void shield thing, or whatever shield it is on his back. Lacey Meritor for the Thrall, Meat Puppet Troopers, one to yeah. Didn't they put some Mechanicus stuff into Legends recently? Or not recently, but last couple of years. Some of the Forge World things. Which I hate that. I hate the fact that they do that. It's kind of crummy. To show stuff that you bought. Very Destiny. One dude with a jetpack. See, I don't think I've seen that guy. They are that much of a black hole in my 40K and 30K knowledge. All right, this guy's clean. Let's put him together. Or this gal. Let's see, how does this go? Oh, that's nice. Just sort of fits right in there. And then face. This is kind of a cool figure. It's like a Stormcast Eternals rogue. Let's see. Legends has some, but it's limited, like the Legends Transport Macro Text effect. Well, that sucks. It's just the 2 Myrmidon units, the 3 chunky guys with gun arms. With such a limited like model range, you'd imagine they'd allow, cross-pollination somewhat more so. I mean, they have rules that allow you to use, Gilliman with pretty much any chapter, although it's frowned upon, at least in the few folks I've talked to about it. This dude's not bad looking. Okay. Then fees. All right. So Dungeon Explorer person. Let's see. Get a better look. No. Yes, no. Oh, well. All right. So there, we're up to 7. Man. Oh, hey. See you later, channel. You take care. Happy birthday. Okay. So Lantern Estrella. All right, next is some guy with a big hammer. They give a little color text. Great hammer. A single blow from Doraz's hammer can fell a monster. That's good. Good to know. Stormcaller bow. Lusha's bow fires blazing arrows of lightning. Good, good. Taros, this faithful Aetherwing, fights with its sharp beak and talons. Nice. Wow. All good information. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces. 7. Okay. Space. So these are all for the underworld guys or something, right? Let's see. Space Marines can transport Contemptors and Leviathans and stuff, but not the... Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, they should just have a number value for how much can a transport, and then assign a number value to each thing. Because a Primaris isn't going to say, I can't get into that rhino. I'll stub my toe. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's one? Oh, there's his head. No alternate heads on these guys. So, oh wait, is that an alternate? No, that is not an alternate head. I'm betting that hammer is number 3. I've not looked at it yet, but they told me about a hammer, and there it is. Number 3. Oh, Vanzig, I took the this. I actually did break down the Relictor figure, which is that guy who has a standard, and he's got a skull helmet. And I broke down. I made him into a Blood Angel chaplain that I'm going to do later. But his head's on the toothpick. But just because he looks so good with that skull in the hood. I don't know if you can see it. Say, can you see it? Can't really see it too well. Skull in the hood looks very cool. He's going to be like the best chaplain. Let's see. It's funny, the actual Knight faction is just really bad handling mixes. Yeah, they don't have any of that mitigation. Like almost every other faction has some measure of that they can take or purchase. But Knights are all about rolling a lot of dice, seeing lots of good things go explodey, ideally. Oh, okay. I already got that guy out. So I need to clean him. Oh, the Blood Angel Chaplain upgrade? Yeah. You mean you got those from the Crimson Lords people? Like the ones I got? Or are you talking about something else? Because Crimson Lords are nice. Although I'm kind of done with them for the most part. Like, after I finished using the jump packs, I think most of the rest of my other Blood Angels are going to be sort of normal looking. Yeah, Crimson Lords. They have some nice figures or nice, accessories. Some of their shoulder pads are really cool. They have that ones that you're supposed to do all in gold, and it's like screaming heads, like 3 screaming faces. I think that looks good, especially for Sanguinary Guard. You augment their armor. And of course, the winged jetpacks. That is the big sale. Because screw those other Sanguinary Guard jetpacks. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I made one of the chaplain or apothecaries, but that's another thing that's in Legends though. Like if you can't actually use it anymore, I believe. I didn't realize this until like I was done putting everything together. But you can have a Death Company captain, so I made a figure for that. I just thought that wouldn't make much sense to have. I mean, or that'd be a big deal that somebody, of a captain rank succumb to the Black Rage. Oh, are they? Oh, okay. Okay, Vanzig, I have an opinion of yours to solicit. And I'm doing a rock opera on Sanguinius, and I was just, it's going to be beep, 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 different songs to build up to the Horus Heresy and all. And then I was thinking once he gets to his speech on the ramparts on Terra, I was kicking around 2 different versions, and one would just be spoken with music in the background. And then the other version was actually converting his speech into a song. And I kind of like both ideas, both options. But what would you think would be a good idea? Oh, Mephiston. He still is in the rage, though. Sorry, I was just talking while you're. But Mephiston, he like constantly has the rage, doesn't he, or something? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I'm thinking of maybe of the Dreadnought Librarian. I could be wrong. But let me know, spoken or sung. Mephiston figure is very cool, though. Very 1990s Dracula, Gary Oldman movie with all the muscle armor. AI music has gotten crazy good. It's almost like I plug in lyrics and it makes the the music, the vocals, but to get it to have the emphasis, the points that you want to, to get the pacing, and it's almost like you have to talk to it like talent. You have to, advise it, go through like multiple iterations, and sort of tweak it. And it's kind of neat, but it's impressive. It's very holodeck. It's kind of crazy. Like, computer, make me a song about Barney the dinosaur. Make it a rap song. All right. Where is this? All right, his head goes here. This dude is big. Like I could see, like in 10 years from now, being able to say, hey, I'd like a game where I am playing Superman, but it's the 1300s. And bam. This is not working right. This does not look right. There. I think that's right. There we go. Oh, wow. Kind of just clicks in there. Yeah, it's the thing. I mean, there's the really good dude who does the spoken version of the song. Kind of appeals because it hasn't been done. And the version I have of it being the song is still pretty good, but it's also like the spoken is very good too. But also changing, going from music, and then having something spoken to, give the impact of it. I'm not sure if that is worth it. I cannot get this guy's. I get this guy's torch. Oh, there we go. That was a little awkward fit. Okay. Now, hood. No, just this is not hood. This is back. And now his cloak. There. Oh, tough guy. And feet. Part of me hopes that Cavill will do something with the Horus Heresy, if that's what they decide to do for television. That would be very cool. All right, dude with hammer. Next is dude with bow. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 15. It's his head. There's his head. Spoken parts, and sounds cool. It's better if you could do something like a speech, but with rhythm. Well, that's the thing, is like converting it to the song. I didn't want to change the speech very much, so I focused on emphasis and basically making it sound like a song with emphasis and with with some of the pacing and pulling it back some. But it was, I don't know, it does a good job of it. But then the spoken just, I don't know, I like it because it's not as good as that one dude's, but it still is very well done for AI, I suppose you could say. Oh, darn. His bow broke. That sucks. Wonder. Sing speaking Les Miserables. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean that is sort of what. Well, I mean, I have it on my phone. I could throw it on like right now for a little bit, if you want. But it's hard to explain. But basically, it is a song, but it is, strong dialogue, and it keeps the rhythm. It makes it sound less like the speech because of the rhythm and the pacing of it. So it creates its own verses, in essence. And it maintains the same the message. And I'd say about 95% of the dialogue. Oh, this sucks. It broke entirely. See if I can fix it. Stay. Hey, Mr. D. How's it going? I'll see you in a bit, Vanzig. Man, that's too bad this bow broke. I mean, I will always know it is broken. But let's see. Okay. I need 19 is his arm. We've been moving pretty. This has been going pretty quick. Like I'm about 2 hours in, and I've done a squad of Vindictors, Tornus, the redeemed dude, and now I'm doing the Underworld, I think it's Underworld, the Sigmarite team for the Underworld. But they've all been mostly like push fit figures, so that makes sense that they're going that quickly. Right there, and the rest is just the bird, which I should not take. I'm tempted to make him a Raptors like mascot. I mainly love it for the little brush. I'm a simple man, but I like it. It flows. It seems to melt faster, better in some ways. But yeah, a little brush. I am a sucker. Like I really don't care for Games Workshop's little tube. Their hobby stuff seems to be made so you waste it. And I'm amazed that it's been 30 some years and they still use the same paint bottles with the same problems they had even way back then. Because if your paint dries out, you got to buy more. There we go. I gotta be careful with that bow. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, well, I gotta shave that. Damn it. I gotta be careful. There we go. Yeah, it's just it's so convenient. It's better, I feel. I mean, I know some people who swear by it, swear by Games Workshop stuff. I'm building just a bunch of Stormcast Eternals. Like I don't know if you know, but like the people who did Combat Patrol, they do Stormbringer. So, and they had a big sale on their website for all the Stormbringer issues, and so it was like $10 that you could get a squad of Sigmar, guys. And so I decided, okay, I had some Sigmar figures, and I figured I might as well build up the army a little bit. And they have some really nice castings, so things I definitely want to paint. I might not play Age of Sigmar, but I'll definitely paint these at some point in my life. Okay, let's see, 16, 14 in his head. His head, where does his head go? Oh, it plugs into the cloak first. Yeah, exactly. Like I can't imagine like getting something because of its stats, Like if something is not aesthetically pleasing to me, then I do not want to get it. Like people were telling me about, oh, you should get the Leagues of Votan box set that they had on a couple of months ago, or was it a month ago? And it was supposedly it was like good stats wise, but I looked at the box and it was some Wool Mortars and some Berserk guys, and I like the Devastator guys. I don't remember what they're called. Thunderkin, something like that. I like those, but they only had that, and all the rest of the figures I did not care for. Did not get that. Let's see. This goes in here. Now I have to be careful with, let's see. Well, this goes onto the bow. That's going to stink. I hope I do not break this. Okay. Like honestly, the thing that got me to get some of the Stormcast Eternals was the last Skaventide box set. A lot of those guys just look really nice. And some of the character models are just wonderful. Although I wanted to like steal some for the Blood Angels. Okay, at least this went on and did not break. There's his foot. Are you working on anything tonight, Mr. D? There, bow guy. All right. Now I need the bird. Which he only has 4 pieces. Almost an orc. I do not need to steal this bird for the raptors. I have plenty of bird figures printed out. Don't need this one. But he's so cool looking. Oh, an orc scrapjet. Nice. I have not messed with that figure. It looks cool though. Doesn't it? Isn't that kit? Can't you build like 3 or 4 different jets with that? That's one of the cool things about orc stuff is you have so many options, especially if you want to kit bash them. Like there's nothing too far kit bashing wise for orcs. Oh, and Adeptus Aerothopter? Is that the one that looks like a dragonfly? I think. It's like got that big bulbous canopy in the front. I'm not very familiar with as I was talking with Van Zig, I'm not very familiar with Mechanica stuff. Nobody I know plays them. Some other things are very, excuse me, sorry, yawn. They're crazy looking. There we go. In the base. All right. Bird. Okay. Need a wing. Missed the spot. This one is having a hard time sticking. I'll hold it here for a little bit. Let's see. This you could do a lot of crazy, funny things with the AI music and stuff. I mean, to me, the whole idea of doing a sanguineous rock opera just made me laugh. But then the music started to turn out good, and I was like, "What the?" And I kind of enjoyed it. The Dune Ornithopter, yeah, that's the one. Then I think that's the one that I was thinking of. I don't think they have very many aerial vehicles, though. Or maybe just the one. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting tired. Need to wake up. Oh, come on. I'm afraid of breaking this one. It feels fragile. Here, I'm going to play Sanguinius's speech in song form. See how that. So I would appreciate your feedback, Van Zig. Let's see, where is it? I do not want to be here. Okay. I do not want this present, and I want the future that follows even less. We stand against our own brothers and sisters, with our backs to the eternity gate. And this is not a battle we can win. If you have ever wondered how you will die, now you know. If you have ever wondered where your body will lie, now you know. You will be killed on the last wall between hope and horror. Your body will lie here unburied, staring up at a poisoned sky. Faster than speed of love. The sight
walls with it, and I tell you, we cannot hold this wall. You can see it yourselves. They are too many, we are too few. We may last a week if we do the impossible. More likely we will all be dead in 3 days. Perhaps my words surprise you or frighten you, but I will not lie. Not to you. Not to you who have come through 200 days of dread only to find yourselves here. I have looked into your faces and seen what this war has cost all of you. I have followed the flow.
Skaven ones are really good.
That each of you have survived.
Did you get the Skaven tide set? The artillery pieces in particular.
Now the War Master offers you the lie of life, promising a mercy his forces are incapable of showing. If we will abandon this last wall, and it falls to me here and now to tell you to stand against him one more time. To give everything you have, even your lives, if it will hold this rampart for another day, another hour, another second. That is what the moment demands of me, is it not? That I beg you to make one last sacrifice. No, I will not ask it of you. You have already given everything. You have already done everything asked of you 100 times and more. You have suffered through a war of unimaginable darkness. The fact you still live, that you still fight, I cannot conceive of the courage and resilience it requires for you to face this dawn. Where Horus has offered only lies, I will offer you truth. Those of you that wish to run, run. Leave this place not in shame at a duty undone, not in surrender to the traitor's forces, but with honor. Go with my gratitude, for you have already given everything asked of you. If you wish to fall back into the sanctum imperialis and spend the last hours of life with your children, then do so. Know that you go not only with my blessing, but with my envy. If you wish to leave the wall and take your chances in the wasteland before the battle begins, then in the Emperor's name you have earned the right to try. And if you wish for the truth, I will give it to you gladly. It shames me to admit, but I would abandon this wall if I could. The Primarchs in me craves life with a ferocity that shames me. But I cannot, I am half human, and the human in me demands that I stay. There are legends about me. There I lay the moment of my own death. Here is the truth of that tale that prophesied death is coming today, tonight.
Gold keyed mag bases.
Tomorrow I know not the when.
I usually just stick a magnet on it and glue it, and then I have metal plates that I carry them around in, or metal trays.
I do not remain here out of immortality's courage. I remain here because if I am to die, I choose choose this death. I choose to die with my back to the last door. I choose to give my life to buy another hour or a minute or even a single second of grace to those who cannot be here fighting with me. Someone must stand and fight. And if I have but one choice left, I will make it now. I will stand, I will fight, I will hold this wall. I have spoken enough. You need hear no more of my fears and confessions. All that remains is for me to ask, will you run?
That's it. What type of music do I usually listen to? Yeah, like heavy metal or 80s, 90s stuff. A lot of that. Something stuff I grew up with. But this was just supposed to be like, rock opera. The extra, well, yeah, you can get some fairly hefty, what are they called? Carbonadium, those magnets that are pretty decently strong. Oh, where did I get? Oh, that's it. Okay. I thought I cut this piece in error, but no. I'm putting together now Praetors, which I had a box. Speech and singing at 10 to 10. The background music in some part. Yeah. Well, the background music, I think I emphasized go for sort of a epic movie sort of vibe. And then it's kind of interesting because you have to tweak it in particular ways with the language to try and get the emphasis. And there's points where I definitely traded its strength in the music to get the emphasis I wanted at different points, for him to be emotional. Because it's almost like it does, if you take emphasis from one point, kind of causes a problem in the others. Oh, you think like a classical vibe? Yeah. There's also the spoken one. There's one point where it takes off has a little bit of a hint of a song. Oh, Hylung? No, I have not listened to that. I have not listened to that. But the spoken one, it almost like there's one point where it sings the word no. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let it get away with that. Because all of it, the rest of it is very good. And so you have to take versions, iterate on it, tweak it a little bit, go on to the next version. And sometimes it's like 98% good. And you're like, do I want to spend another couple of hours working on it? But then maybe it's just because I'm lazy. Oh, Hilo. Very Viking vibe. Wait, are those the guys who did the soundtrack for Tainted Grail recently? Or at least part of the soundtrack? I'm probably misremembering. That was really interesting soundtrack. I just remember because it had a lot of Viking mythos in it. And I was remembering like, and they also had like a small name, if I recall correctly, like a short name. So I was thinking, it could be them, might be them, might not be. Okay, I think this guy's ready. So Praetors look like they're elite units. Or guards, something like that. Oh yeah, yeah. But do you think Vanzi, do you think Cavill will be Sanguinius? I see him more as a goalieman, maybe. Oh, it took random 2 plane flights in a day to see them over. Yeah, I probably did. They don't like us moving around these days. Okay, I should get this done. I'm going to get these 3 done, and then no matter the time, that's when I'm going to go to sleep. I think. Let's see. This goes in here. Oh, there. Oh, weird. Maybe it should be easier going here. Yeah, there. That was easier. These instructions suck. See, I know for a fact that I'm on a list because I remember I had to, like right after 2000, September 11th, I had a business trip that then I had to change the schedule abruptly. It was just, this was like a week and a half after everything. And they took me aside and for about 3 hours straight, questioned me for a long time, went through all my luggage and everything, just because I had to make like an immediate change. Well, he wasn't there an interview where he showed some of his stuff that he was doing, or wasn't there some one where he was painting? Where does this go? That doesn't feel like it fits. Oh, no, it is. It does. It did. Sort of. No, it did not. Oh, hard to get. There we go. I think that. Yeah, there we go. It was hooking on something correctly. Still does not look good. Feels like it's off. Tom Hardy. I don't remember seeing any of his stuff. I remember that one where he went to like a Warhammer world. There was like some sort of interview. Right, so this is actually needs glue because I think maybe this piece is warped. Oh, sure thing, man. Zach, thanks a lot. It was kind of you to stop by. I'll try to remember. I usually, hard time remembering real names off of screen names. Well, some people just have their real name as their screen name. They'll probably just make Cavill Titus because I'm pretty sure they're doing. Oh, no, Omaha, Nebraska. I've never been there. Closest I've been to, gosh, layover in Denver. That's probably it. But I could see Cavill doing Titus because as soon as he becomes chapter master or whatever. Do these have tactical rocks? The person who does all my 3D printing is in Nebraska, I believe. Or might be one of the Dakotas. Look at there, tactical rocks. Well, he only changed with the new figures. Like he changed a little bit in that he redeemed himself from the Chaos Taint, supposedly. Yeah, from the Chaos Taint sort of thing that he had from the first game. In the second one, he redeems himself and he gets lauded, and he actually hears the voice of the Emperor at some point during the big finale, and so I'm pretty sure they're going to make him chapter master, and they're going to give Calgar some big death. But then he got new figures, and he looks very much like the new figure looks like a chapter master. A sort of laid back, in command look. Yeah. Titus is very grim faced and not much beyond that. But then that's kind of understandable in some ways because he's supposed to be the vehicle for the player. Man, that is separation line like nobody's business. I think this part of this got warped because it's got a few big gaps in it. I mean, honestly, I think whatever he does needs to have legs. It would be nice if Games Workshop took it and allowed them to advance the story through the TV show, which means he probably would have to be somebody with a strong amount of influence. And with Titus, you know that they're going to, or with Space Marine 2 and its popularity, you know they're probably going to aim a lot at the Ultramarines. That's why I think Gulliman, even though he might be better suited to somebody else. I could see him doing the Emperor if they did some sort of retro thing, but I don't think that would have as much draw. I think they're going to have to do something advancing the story with the Ultramarines. And there, Praetor, I think. Yeah. Ta-da. That guy looks cool. All right, next one. Oh, Abaddon. Oh, Abaddon, that could be good. It would be pretty funny though, or no? Somebody who could have visibility on all those things could be Karn. Or Alfarius and Omegon. And that way Nurgle, oh yeah. Oh gosh, that would be a waste of Cavill, wouldn't it? But I could see if they did Alfarius, then all the troopers would have his face too. They would get their money value out of having him. They have because like entire scenes of nothing but Cavill's. Okay. So that guy. He's on this thing. All right. Now we need 10, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. This is 9. Cavill's Airman never takes someone off. Yeah. Or maybe they make him an orc. There you go. He could be Gazgul Thraka. Well, Henry Cavill's Horus. His best sons all have Henry Cavill face. Horus. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, 14. Cloak. These pieces of cloak do not look like they fit very well. Like, I think this is the part of the sprue that's warped. Or maybe they're just not made too well. Maybe that's why they were on sale. And base and rock. All right. Second dude. You know, when it gets to the point for Sanguinius' speech, maybe I'll just put up both versions and see which one, you know, gets more views. And that would kind of determine it, maybe. Who knows? Well, honestly, leaning more towards this song now at this point. Oh, man. Excuse me. Let's see. Good night, Smooth Jazz. Chaplain on a bike. Oh, that's a nice figure. Today I was painting one of the vampires, and he had a cane, and the bottom quarter of his cane, while I was like dry brushing it to get it ready, bottom quarter of his cane just went ping. It shot across the room, and I was like, "Well, crap!" And I could not find it. So what I did is I took a zombie torso and put it just underneath it, so it looks like he's stomping on the zombie with his cane. And I was like, "There we go." And that made me think of the whole Bob Ross thing of there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. And that was a happy little accident. Did I do this? Yeah, I did these. Center spoke for the front. Oh, that's too bad, man. Were you able to hodgepodge it or fix it? I hate that when, you know, like you do damage to a figure, and even if you're able to recover it, like I look at my figures that I know that I broke in or something, and I'm like, you know, nobody else may notice, but I know that what I did to that figure. It is imperfect. Well, good luck. I hope you're able to recover it. Sometime down the line, I have a Raptors Outrider Squadron I'm planning on doing, which has a chaplain on the bike with it. Although I suppose I could split them up, make some Raptors and some Blood Angels. But I kind of like having like a full squad of them, like 6 of them with the Outrider. Or what is that? What's the vehicle with the Jeep with the minigun? I have a 3D printed version that looks better, and I kind of want to do that. It looks very much like a Raptor vehicle. Okay. All right, second guy. All right, this and his head first. That does not want to go in there. Is it supposed to go in? Is it? I think it's supposed to just sit there, then held in by this part. Maybe. Possibly. Definitely. I'm gonna have to bite it. Well, I got a bamboo printer, which is just an FDM or a plastic one, and it was pretty cheap. It was like $180, and it does a lot. It's kind of crazy. Like you'd print out terrain all the time. You lost a piece of Primarch Dorn that was building another model, and a piece went flying and tried to chase. Then you found Dorn. Bamboo is good. Bamboo is very user friendly. I mean, the thing that I put up that short today, that was on a bamboo A1, and it does good work. And that was with like the cheapest. I am a cheapskate, so that was like the cheapest plastic. That was like the $10 a spool from Amazon. Well, you kind of have to buy them in 4-packs for it to be $10. So it's $40 for 4 of them, but it comes out to $10 each. That is not right. No, that's right, I think. There. These definitely got warped because they're not fitting very, very cleanly. I feel they've gotten warped. I can't know for sure. The spool ones don't have the whole. No, they do not. But you can't. I mean, it's okay for printing a knight or a titan, but you cannot do smaller figures or small detail. Even with a 0.2 nozzle, people will show you things, but in my experience, the amount of misprints goes up an order of magnitude when you go to the smaller nozzle. Even compensating with different profiles, I have had tons of misprints. But if you stick with the 0.4 nozzle and you go with reasonable figures and stuff, you can get a lot done. And it's really good for terrain. That's the main thing. Frozen. I've never messed with the frozen printers. I am like very much a noob when it comes to 3D printing. I just have the 2 bamboo ones. Although there's always a temptation to do resin, because there's so much you can do with it. But it is a whole much more of a hassle. I was looking at the Elegoo Mars Ultra. Was the one I was looking at for resin. Ew, this is yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that gap. The cloak. Let's see. Hard to see, but I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, it's very much warped. Ugh. I may have to actually fill that. How does the plastic cut? Is it under tension when it goes flying, shatters? Yeah. It doesn't cut. It's just are you talking about 3D printing or are you talking something else? But 3D printing, it just melts it. And then you break the supports off of it. This is ugly. I'm going to have to fix that. If I ever paint this, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay. This goes like that. Some tactical rock goes here. Oh, hey, Piotr. Or Peter. Stormcast with armor that introduced me to Age of Sigmar. I love the Paladin Mage Knight look. Second edition was very fun. Third edition, hobby of playing. Fourth edition killed your army. Oh, that's because they retired a lot of things, didn't they? I heard they retired. Well, the only thing I like, the thing I like about fourth edition was some of the figures are really nice looking. That's what got me into them, honestly. Just how well they looked. I was looking at the rules, and it seems to be a lot like 40K, where all these special rules everywhere. Gotten different prints and recasts. Some you can just cut arms off easily. Oh, you try to cut or snip. Oh, well, resin, they will explode. The plastic that I use, you can cut very easily. The plastic that I use is, this, is a, cell phone holder I used for watching, stuff, and very flexible, fairly strong, but not too strong. And, when you cut it, it's, does nothing. I mean, it's just pretty simple. There's one, though, it's called PETG or PETG. I don't know what it stands for, but that one is much more brittle. And I've only used that a few times, at least the ones I use. But again, I am far from an expert. But here's another Praetor. Ta-da! All right, this is the last one for the night. We are almost, it's 2:30. Interesting. This one has multiple chest pieces. Oh, there. Let's see, 17, 18. I'm going to try alternate build because the alternate build has cooler looking stuff. Yeah, that's what drew me in 4th edition, because I saw the Scaventide box and I looked at some of those figures, especially there was the one guy who had the large axe. I thought he was really great looking. And then they released those 2 mounted figures. I think Jonas Cryptborn and something else. Ooh, wind got really strong out there. And I would just, something was compelling. I really want to paint them. So, and now I'm learning the rules. So, and I've heard a lot of people say that they are not too happy with how Age of Sigmar has gone, which is too bad. 22. All right, I'm going to try to put this together. So one thing about the magazines is they don't have full instructions. They only have partial instructions. And sometimes they're just wrong. Which helmet? I will use the prettier helmet with the top knot. There. I think all the rest are optional. Ooh. Oh, this looks like a guy pulling a knife. Wonder if I can use it on this. So far, these cloaks have not gone on well. They've been leaving gaps. I can tell I'm starting to tucker out. Like eyes are drooping. Which means there's an even chance I'm going to stab myself at some point. It's okay. It's for the hobby. Does that work for you, Venzig? I've seen some, I usually have to trim it down, but they're still like, well, if you're going to prime it, maybe I'll try that on something that I don't care the results for. Just test it out. But yeah, those cloaks are rough. You should. I don't know, lately I've felt like I have so many different like little projects going on. I feel guilty when I'm neglecting them. And like if I'm playing Total War, Warhammer or something, or a video game, or reading or something, then I feel like, I should really be focusing on this, like the Sanguinius project or something. I mean, I've got a little tube of gap filler that usually works pretty well. I just hate having to do it. And this is the first like modern Games Workshop kit that I've seen it have that problem. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, for some reason this guy is like going for a knife while he has a halberd. Not sure if that's a smart thing. Certain things. Okay. Head. Is that not going in there? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's going in there. These. Oh, it's working. This cloak is gonna, I can tell it's already warped. Blech. It's spray activator on the model and fumes turn the glue into her. Yeah. I figured you also you have like such a limited time frame. If there's any wiggle room or play, or if you need to get it, then it's rough. Like I will sometimes hold off and then like, dribble a little bit onto the crack of it to activate it. Only after I've got them dry fit, or not dry fit, but put in there. Why is this not going? Son of a. Yes, for some reason the cloaks on these guys all got warped. There we go. Yeah. Teeth. Yeah, that's not fitting well. Yeah, that's ugly. I'm going to try to get some glue on it. Man, this is ugly. Blah. We're having such a good streak too. Okay, you can do it. I think I've minimized it so it's got like a gap at one shoulder, but everything else is okay. Just got to hold this. Very exciting cinema. Yeah. All right, so it's just got a little bit of a gap in the shoulder. I don't know if you can see it too well. The rest, kind of so-so. Coming undone. It's like, of course, the last one takes the most time. I'm getting ready to fall asleep. Tactical rock goes there. Tactical skull. Try to do this with one hand while keeping it gluing it the other. It looks like it's actually making some progress. All right. Oh yeah. All right, and I was able to not really fix it at all. Okay, but there, last dude. I think we are done now. Man. Well, it's nice hanging out with you all. Van Zig, Peter, Carol, smooth channel. Mr. D still there? Anyways, good night. And Kira, if you're still there, you have a good night. I will talk to you all later. You take care.